My name is Engineer EBERE. To be a woman with voice, you have to achieve something. But I didn't achieve it because I'm the most brilliant or anything. But I believe I achieved because God was on my side. Like when I had to go to England to study engineering, civil engineering. When I finished and came back on holiday, that was when they told me I was the first female to do civil engineering. And that immediately gave me a push to do more for the girls. And when younger girls read your CV, they want to be like you. So the important thing is to encourage, it helps you to encourage young girls, young boys, women, especially girls. And older women also, it helps you to encourage them. And to achieve, you have to be, you must make sure you're a hard worker. Because when you're in the office, the men, first of all, in the university, the men don't want you to be there. I was in a class of 58 boys. I was the only girl. And they still felt that we have taken that space. So when you start work, you really have to put in your best. And the sky is your limit. I think, first of all, a child has to be counseled. It's good to be a brilliant student in secondary school, but you just have to, somebody has to talk with you for you to decide how you can achieve. I didn't start off wanting to be a civil engineer. I wanted to be a nurse because of the white uniform. Then later on I wanted to be a radiographer, but by counseling by one of my uncles, I chose civil engineering. The steps they should follow is 1, work hard, study hard. Nothing comes on a platter of gold. Nobody is going to give you anything free. The men, the way they are brought up, they feel that this world belongs to men. So if you think you can get anything free, you must be joking. So I will tell the young people, work hard, get your degree. You don't need to lower your self-esteem by becoming a toy in the hand of the lecturers or in the hand of your superiors in the office who are male. You won't achieve much. So you have to be very serious about what you're doing. You have to have humility. You have to pray, which is very important. But hard work, hard work, hard work, and you respect yourself. Once you do that, God moves you. Engineering aspect. In the process of my working in government, I became the first female to be head of the civil service of the Federation. And as soon as I retired, I was invited by Water Supply Sanitation Collaborative Council, an agency within the UN system, to be the WASH ambassador, that's Water Supply Sanitation ambassador in Nigeria. And this is very interesting because in most cases, we don't focus on water. But with my retirement, the society, that is the Nigerian society, the international society, is looking at sanitation. You can't have water supply, good water supply, and then you think that it will still be good with the poor sanitation. And so, my happiness, I know things are difficult these days, but my happiness is that the sanitation aspect is getting, the water supply aspect is getting better and better. Because once that is better, you will have less people, children dying. And you yourself, you will have a better life. You've heard about coronavirus. Ebola, it is wash your hands. That is wash activities. And in Nigeria, recently, the president has just done, what do they call them? Order number 9, Executive Order number 9, to make sure that we achieve open defecation-free Nigeria by 2025. So it's positive for me from my side. of water. There might be other things that are a bit depressing, especially children, when they finish studies, they cannot get a job. That is very depressing, and government has to handle that. When we talk of the society, I will look at Nigeria in general and also globally. Before, many years ago, I would have said that we haven't achieved much in the wash sector. I want to talk from the engineering aspect because I think it will be better. I know that the country is having a lot of problems. Children graduate from school, they don't have jobs. So there's a lot of frustration. But one thing I want to say there is success, and we're making a lot of progress is in the wash aspect. As soon as I retired as the head of the civil service of the Federation, and that is an achievement for a female. It's the first time a female had taken that position, and also a female engineer. After my retirement, I was approached by the Water Supply and Sanitation Collaborative Council. They're based in Geneva. And they invited me to be their water and sanitation ambassador for Nigeria, which means that I have to do high-level advocacy in water supply. And that's why I want to take the water supply angle. Many years ago, even before my retirement, government thought that government considers sanitation as your personal business. They try to provide some water, not enough though. But over the years, globally, that was the action: provide water. Sanitation is your personal business. But they discovered that the achievements they had expected in the last decade, and they didn't make it. So immediately, the people consulted and they found the problem. The sanitation was being neglected. And once you do not have proper sanitation, whatever water supply you have is nothing. And right now, we've made a lot of progress in Nigeria. The Minister for Water Resources, has brought in a lot of things into the water sector. And Executive Order number 9 has just been given by the President for open defecation. That is, people should not, one person in 4 in Nigeria will defecate in the outside. So it is being stopped. We are hoping that by 2025, we'll achieve much. There's a lot that has been achieved in the sector, but we cannot say the same about the other aspects. But I'm happy we've achieved this in water supply, because once you achieve it, you have less under 5 deaths. You have adults not having, dying from simple things like malaria, cholera, diarrhea. Diarrhea is the one that kills children. Then you have an improved workforce in Nigeria, and it will also increase the economy of the country. So that is very important. It is important for us to focus on the country and outside. I want to take this discussion, this aspect, from the engineering side of it, because we've made some success in the water, sanitation and hygiene sector, which is called the WASH. I know that for the future, it will be better, because the actions being taken now is quite fast. I have to go back. I retired as the head of the civil service of the Federation of Nigeria after working for many years in the Water Resources Ministry. On retirement, as the head of service, that's the first time a female has become the head of service of Nigeria. And I must say that is an achievement for the women. Okay, so when I retired, an international organization, the Water Supply and Sanitation Collaborative Council, they are based in Geneva, approached me and said, "EBERE, can you help us by advocating in Nigeria with regards to wash, but with emphasis on sanitation?" So I said, okay. Now I will tell you why. Over the years, governments believe that water supply is important. That's where they put in their money. But sanitation is supposed to be your personal household activities. After the water decade, people started wondering, how come the achievements we wanted to make, we didn't make it? Discussions were held, and it was discovered that as long as sanitation and hygiene are in the background, nothing will be, there won't be improvement in the water provided. Why? If you don't practice proper sanitation, like washing your hands, proper sanitation before cooking, when you finish cleaning the butt of a baby, or when you go out and come back, or you go to the toilet, if you don't wash your hands, these are simple things, you end up, the water supply will not be anything to, it'll be equally dirty. So, this, and another thing we discovered was, 1 out of 4 Nigerians will go outside and defecate. They don't have toilets. And even when they have toilets, they don't have water to clean their hands. So the emphasis, the Minister for Water Resources, Engineer Suleiman Adamu, luckily bought the idea immediately, being an engineer. He knew the implications. And a lot of things have happened in that sector to make sure that sanitation and hygiene is uppermost. And government, luckily, we've gotten the president involved. There are many actions the president took, but this time now, he's giving Executive Order number 9, which is Nigeria will try to, so that everybody will try not to defecate outside. And we think we'll achieve that by 2025. If we do that, with the water supply we are given, there will be better health for the children. A lot of children, Nigeria is at the top of where children die under 5 deaths. Children under 5 die because of diarrhea, cholera. This is a behavioral change the parents should take. And I appeal to all you young people, remember, wash your hands. Your life is in your hands. Thank you.